I've an unusual one to share with you today. I was reading the Irish Times this morning and I saw an article from the Harvard Business Review written by a lady called Regan Walsh. And it was very interesting because it resonated with me based on something I was writing in my book yesterday. I was talking about the essence of strategy is sacrifice, and to pick something up you have to leave something down. And the sacrifice typically is not about giving up something you don't like doing, it's about giving up something you do like doing. So I was interested in reading her article this morning because she made the following case. She was talking about shoulds, these shoulds, ought, musts, and so on. And the case she was making was that we get sucked into these shoulds and oughts, all the things we should do, and they sap our motivation, they drain us, and eventually they burn us out. And then we should ask ourselves some very simple questions about things we're doing to see whether or not they are intrinsically right for us or not. And she has a view that quite often when we adopt shoulds or oughts or musts, that we do it for extrinsic reasons, for things that are external to ourselves, like money or prestige, or even if I don't do it, I mightn't get the opportunity again. So here's her little trick, and I like it a lot. She said the first thing you need to do is you ask yourself the question, what's your motivation? So when you're going to do something, when you're looking at a should, I should do this, or I ought to do this, or I must do this, ask yourself, well, why am I doing it? Why am I doing it really? And can you align it with an intrinsic motivation, something that's actually internal to you that you're trying to accomplish in your own life? Second one, really important, does it align with your values? And of course, most people, by the way, just answer the first one, does it align with your motivation? Most people don't know whether it aligns with their motivation or not because they don't actually know what their motivation is. Same with values. Does it align with my values? Is this in keeping with who and what I want to be, how I want to behave, the system I want to use to form judgments and decisions? And of course, quite often people can't answer that question because they don't have that either. They've never actually articulated what their value system is. And the third trick, I suppose, she offers is ask the question, do you have a choice? And quite often people do things because they don't believe they actually have a choice. And yet when they sit down and they analyse and they look at it carefully, they realise they do have a choice, and that they can actually opt out of these things. I notice a lot in my own life that I get carried away with all these shoulds and oughts and musts. I feel I really have to seize the opportunities when they're presented to me, and that if I don't, I won't get them again. And quite honestly, when I look at these little tricks that she presents there, and I evaluate some things I'm doing even right now, I find that I shouldn't be doing them. I ought not do them, and I sure as hell must not do them. If I want to not burn out, if I want to live by my values, if I want to maintain some sense of intrinsic motivation, and I do have choices. So I just encourage you to think about her little tricks for evaluating things you're doing, particularly if you're feeling under pressure. I found it really useful. I just sat down today and thought about it after I read the article, and I found it very helpful. I hope you do too.